Hey guys, Andrew Reid here for Reid Performance Training and Breaking Muscle. Now we're going to start talking about double kettlebell drills. So I hope before we get to this one on the clean, you've all looked at my Breaking Muscle article on how to do the perfect kettlebell clean. If you haven't, I suggest you go back, really work on your single-handed clean before you start worrying about double cleans, because two kettlebells will mess you up twice as fast as one. Now, if we don't have a good clean, we're certainly not going to have a good press, jerk or squat. So the rack is our center position, and if you look at the position for my rack, so I'm going to be here, and for the same reason that I will plank like this and not like this, so once I've cleaned the kettlebells, I need to keep a good strong position. So I don't want to be like this here, because that wouldn't be a good plank. I need to maintain my strong position. So that's the very first thing, is the top of the rack, that's our plank. So you need to make sure you've got good bracing skills before you worry about two kettlebells either collapsing in here or just here and resting them on our hips. If you're into sport style, that's one thing. We're using kettlebells though the hard style way, and so we want the top to be a good solid plank. Now, second thing, the clean is still a swing. So if you're going to have to pull on the bells with your arms, you'll see that, and I'm only going to do this with one bell, because if I do it with two, I'm going to hurt myself. If I pull on the bell with my arm, you see that my elbow comes out, I yank up here, the bell really flips around, it hits me quite hard. What I want to do is remember that it's still a swing, it's still hip driven, and what that means is my elbows stay in. When my elbows stay in, the bells come around my hands at about this point here, and the momentum of my swing carries it up into this position. So instead of having the bells fling up around me here, the clean is quite tight. It's a very short distance because I've really folded my arms in half. Think about how a T-Rex would use kettlebells, and the clean is the exercise for the T-Rex. So here we are, elbows in. And you can see the difference. So rather than have this big loopy high elbow kind of position, I've got this nice tight elbows in position. Allows the bells to, allows me to push my hand around the bell early and get it in the rack solidly, rather than this big loopy kind of thing. If I have two kettlebells doing that to me at once, it'll probably knock me right off my feet. Now, the final thing, when we set up, I've got my kettlebells in a little V. So V is like this, the V points towards you. Set up with your thumbs here. So thumbs go back behind you. This does two things for you. One, it'll make you feel like you've got more room between your legs, because you will. If the handles are flat, they're going to take up a lot of space. We rotate them around a little bit, it'll feel like you've got more space. Secondly, when we go into internal rotation here, when I go into external rotation here at the top of my clean, I actually can pack my shoulder more. So if you think about it, if I was going to push up, I wouldn't push up here in internal rotation, I'd pack my shoulders in. That little screw action gets me external rotation, allows me to pack my shoulder. So what I want is, and I can stay packed here, a little bit of internal rotation, but that pre-stretch allows me to stabilize my shoulder even more at the top. So remember that we go from internal to external rotation. At the top of the clean is thumbs pointing back towards you. So our clean again should look like this. And then from the side, so that's double kettlebell cleans. Remember, the top is a strong plank, it's a hip hinge, and we want thumbs in, going into external rotation at the top. That's our 3 big points for the double kettlebell clean. I'll see you next time.